Howdy there, people of the internet. It's me again, Will. So today, as you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be addressing the controversy that has taken place in the news about AWP, Adventures with Purpose, and its founder, Jared Leisek. Now, I need to say right off the bat here, because of a contractual agreement that I have with a major news media outlet, there are certain things within this case that I cannot address. There are certain things that every one of those who have resigned from AWP cannot address at this time. Contractually, we are not allowed to. And you shouldn't want us to speak on them, because this man is, again, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I will pin in the comment section at the top a link to the article on the charges that Jared Leisek is currently been indicted on, 2 felony counts. Now, go ahead and turn this video off if you do not want to hear some of the graphic nature of the crimes that he has allegedly committed. That is information that is in the public forum, that is in the charging documents. Goodbye, and thank you for joining me. Okay. The crimes that Jared Leisek has been indicted on in Utah are 2 counts of rape of a child under the age of 10. This was a family member that he raped not once, but at least twice. And it may have continued on from there if it wasn't for the fact that Jared gave this child a sexually transmitted disease. As horrific as that is, it's also alleged that his family knew of the crime and did not turn him into law enforcement. That they only prayed for the victim, and they prayed that Jared would never do this again. You're certainly going to hear in the media a lot of people trying to deflect responsibility away for the crimes that he allegedly committed. Saying things like the crime took place over 30 years ago, and there has been no, accusations of him doing anything like this since then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you think of it this way when you hear someone else say it was over 30 years ago? 30 years that victim has suffered with no one being held accountable for the crimes that were committed against them. 30 years of suffering in silence while they were under the control of this family and this church. 30 years this victim screamed out every day for someone to help the pain, the suffering go away. That's what you need to think about. It doesn't matter that he was just before his 18th birthday when he committed these crimes against a child who was less than 10 years of age. As a father, as a human being, I am truly disgusted by the crimes that he has allegedly committed. And if he is the guilty party in this, he needs to be locked away forever. These crimes that he allegedly committed don't just affect the one individual, the victim. They are a multi-generational crime, meaning they will not only affect this victim and everyone in their lives from the age of 10 on for the last 30 years, they will affect the next generation and anyone that comes close to them. God help the victim. And let's hope that there's, quick justice in this case. And one quick word when it comes to the remaining members of AWP. I feel sorry for them. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. They all truly didn't know what this man had done. I believe there is no one that knew exactly what he had done. You'll hear, and you may actually see a video that he released on his own channel, his own social media, trying to deflect, the total responsibility that he has. Talking about how great it is that he has a family and he has children of his own. And he has daughters that he loves. And here's some letters that they wrote him that he puts up on his wall. No deflection or any excuse is ever going to be enough for what he's done. He has destroyed not only one life, he has destroyed the lives of those who worked and relied upon him for a living and for order to be able to help others who were looking for closure for their lost loved ones. He has destroyed so many lives. Not just the life that he destroyed back when he was 17, 18 years of age. And God, let's hope that he hasn't done this to another victim. Because statistical odds are that if someone does this, they will continue to do it until they are caught and punished. That's a fact. Statistical fact that perpetrators like this never stop. One victim is never enough. They continue on. And now you may be wondering how it is that I'm connected to this in any shape or form. Little over 2.5 years ago, I was working on a documentary series for a major news outlet when they brought on board Adventures with Purpose as not only consultants, but they were trying to see if they could either dive on a reservoir for a missing person or set up or, tell them of another group that could do the same thing that Adventures with Purpose does. I was in communication with not only Jared, but a couple of other people with AWP as we tried to set up and get the information to them what we knew about this missing person who had been missing at that point for over 20 years. That's as far as my business communication and interaction with this individual goes. I am sickened to the core, and not only as a human being, but as a father, for what charges have been alleged that he has committed. As other people with AWP have said in their video statements and written statements, as they have resigned from this group, because there's no reason for them to stick around with AWP, because Jared controls 100% of AWP. The AdSense account, how YouTube creators are actually paid, he controls that, and it's in his name only. The YouTube channel is in his name only. The merchandise, the website, the donations to PayPal, the social media links, everything is in his name only. He controls so many people who worked with AWP's livelihood. And allegedly 60 to 65% of all the income that came in went directly into his pocket. From what I have been told from those who have resigned or still were with the group until this past week. So there is no selling the YouTube channel off to one of the other members. There's no transferring it to one of the other members. A lot of people are calling for a complete boycott of AWP and to have YouTube shut the channel down. They will not be doing this because until the crime has actually been, worked its way through the actual courts itself, He is, again, innocent until proven guilty. Now, that's the most I can say on it. I can't say anything more. But I will pin in the comment section a news article that goes over the actual crimes that he is alleged to have committed. And that's all I can do. Again, as a father, as a human being, I'm disgusted by what he did, allegedly. I am disgusted at anyone would do anything like this to a child. And if I lived to be 1,000 years old, I would never be able to understand how anyone can harm a child. Never. So please, with your spare time, think of the victim. Remember the victim has been suffering all of these years with no one held accountable for what happened to the victim. No one. Thank you. And you have a wonderful day.
Everybody wants to know how I feel right now. You know, I have become the voice of our purpose, what we have all come together to do. And now what has happened 30 years ago has come to light, and it's affecting everybody involved with this. There are contracts in place. There's legal ramifications. I mean, with me even speaking my opinion. But in this scenario, I got to keep it real to everybody who loved Adventures with Purpose, who loves Adventures with Purpose, who loves what we were able to accomplish in this world. We've proven that what we have done works, it's effective, it's a need for it. We tell people stories. We are the voice for the voiceless. When we are covering these people's stories and going into their homes and representing them and telling their story of their missing loved ones, that's what it is we do. Do nothing else, And I'm not just speaking for me, because I'm not the only one that's involved in this. There are other people's lives who are affected by this, and that's what this is about. And being real is all you can be. That's all you got in this world, is what you stand for and how you come up. Yeah, done a lot of good in this world, and everybody's got a story to tell. Everyone, absolutely everybody has a story to tell. Where I come from, though, there's codes. Where I go from here, I have a lot of support, and I love everybody who's reaching out and telling me and letting me know that I have your support and that you stand with me. And my future is just gonna go with being real. I'll continue to follow the passion that I've developed with helping people, with telling somebody's story. I come from the towing industry, and now I pull cars out underwater, helping families get answers. I've developed that passion. It's unfortunate that I've developed that passion and this has happened. It doesn't align with what I believe in. I have daughters, I'm a father, and I come from a real rough background. And I've changed my life. I've become a really good man, and I've always followed the code. And the code has been violated. With that being said, there's a lot of legal things that have to play out, and they got to play out, but it doesn't involve me. It doesn't involve my name. It doesn't involve anybody else's name that's been associated with it, because we've worked with a lot of people intimately, and there's a lot of people that are hurting right now. I'm just as heartbroken. I care a lot about what it is that I've been able to do. And where this goes, I don't know. I don't know where this goes. My future's bright. I'm gonna always be okay. My family's gonna be okay. And I kept it real, can't wait for lawyers to make decisions. I have to defend my family. I have to defend myself, and unfortunately, that doesn't align with my future. It doesn't align with me at all. None of us. You know what I mean? None of us knew any of this, and I am just as shocked as everybody else. Um, it's really unfortunate and heartbreaking. Yeah, man, me. People that know me, you guys know I'm a survivor, and I got nothing to hide. I'm not gonna hide nothing. Is what it is. Um, be positive, moving forward. There's people out there that have a story to tell. There's victims out there that have a story to tell, and I have been a voice for those victims. I'm gonna continue to follow that passion, and I know I'll have the support to do so. I'm respected in a lot of circles with agencies, and those who know me, and those of you who don't know me, get to know me. Future's gonna be great, but it won't be what it used to be. We all gotta move forward, whatever that means. I don't know. Appreciate each and every one of you.